All right, hey guys, so there was a new Humble bundle today. This one's called the Humble Dystopian bundle, and I also wanted to go over a few other sales as well a little bit later on in the video. Before I get into the games here, I wanted to mention that if you use my referral link in the description below before you decide to purchase the bundle, you can actually help support me and this channel by scrolling down to choose where your money goes. You can send me however much of your purchase as you like, which is pretty awesome, and so I really appreciate any of you guys who do that. So overall, this bundle, I would say the first two tiers are great. The third tier is a little bit too expensive, but the first tier especially is fantastic. You're getting 4 games for just $1, and these are some pretty great indie games. First off, you're getting Tokyo 42, which is a isometric shooter that has a very nice aesthetic to it. It's very minimalistic, but at the same time, it's very colorful and just so clean. I love games that have like such an amazing, like unique art style as of this, and it does look like a pretty enjoyable little shooter. Then there's Distrust, which is a survival game that takes place in the Arctic. Looks like it has a fairly interesting storyline to go with it. And then the next two games are fairly interesting. They're more dystopian type surveillance games. So Beholder, you are a state installed manager of an apartment house, and you are basically in charge of surveilling all of the tenants and seeing if any of them are detractors or trying to rebel against the government. Also, the next game, Orwell, Keeping an Eye on You, is very similar in that regard. You're basically Big Brother. You are going through and investigating various people through social media and so forth, and trying to find various connections.
You have been granted access to an unrestricted build of Orwell. It has more expansive surveillance capabilities, including the ability to take the truths you uncover and reuse them. Think carefully. What you do with the information you gather and release will have consequences. You will be put into situations that may have you personally conflicted over who to trust and what to do.
The next tier is currently at $4.60. You're getting the sequel to Orwell, so I really won't go too much into that, but it's more of the same. So if you were into the first game, you'll probably enjoy the second game. The next game is called Rain World, and it's probably my favorite pick of this bundle. It is a platformer. It has a very interesting like 2D world that goes along with it. Some great platforming mechanics, and you play as this strange little like cat slug creature, but I just really love the bizarre nature of the game. So the next game is called 60 Seconds. This is a game where you have 60 seconds to pick up as much like resources, food, equipment, etc. to survive a nuclear apocalypse. So you jump down into your vault and you try to survive as long as you possibly can with your family. Every day there's like a different event that happens, and you try to keep everyone sane and try to keep them alive for as long as you can. So if you're into post-apocalypse type games, this is a pretty interesting little adventure. And then the final tier, which is set at $15, which I think is way too expensive. You're basically paying $10 more for Observer. Observer is a pretty good horror game. I played it on my channel not too long ago. It's set in like a cyberpunk universe, and there's all sorts of bizarre like trippy things that happen, and there's quite a few like jump scares, and it's very atmospheric at the same time. I enjoyed it, although it really wasn't for me. I would say there's other horror games that are a little bit better than Observer, but that's just my opinion. But if you want to pay an extra $10, you can get the third tier and pick that one up as well. So that's pretty much it for the Humble Dystopian bundle. Remember, you can use my referral link if you want to help support me. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this bundle, what you think the best games are. I'm looking forward to trying out Tokyo 42 and Rain World. I think those are some pretty unique and interesting games that are better suited for me. But before I go, I want to mention some other deals that are currently going on as well. So first up, on Fanatical, there is the Bento bundle. This includes 8 games for just $4. These are more anime style games, but there's actually some decent like RPGs and some like shooters and some other various visual novels and so forth. So if you're into anime games, you might enjoy the Bento bundle. There's also the anime chess bundle, which is more the same, but these are more like puzzle games and just a bunch of crazy anime games. But this one is 3 games for $1, and then you get an extra 5 games for $2.50. So you get 8 games for $2.50 or 9 games for $3.50. So yeah, they're fairly decent bundles. So if you're into anime games, you might enjoy those. Also on Steam, they're having a sale on I think they're called Gaijin games, but this is for Bit Trip Runner, and I just wanted to mention this because Bit Trip Runner is one of my favorite indie games of all time. It's a runner with a very interesting like beat mechanic. I love the soundtrack, and I just really think it's a really fun and amusing game. So if you're looking for a great indie game, you can pick this up for just $1. And back on Humble Bundle, I just want to quickly mention some other sales. There's the Tycoon sale that's currently going on. You can pick up Planet Coaster, which is an amazing like roller coaster tycoon type game, for just $18. The things that people create in the workshop are absolutely amazing. They create some of the most incredible roller coasters that you could possibly imagine, and you don't need any of the DLC to use any of the workshop content, which is fantastic. And then there's a bunch of other simulators going on as well. I'm a big fan of Banish. That's a really good one, and it's just $6, and all sorts of others. So there's a bunch of good deals going on. And then finally, the Humble Monthly, you can pick up Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, and the Phantom Pain, plus some DLC, along with City Skylines and the DLC for that, as well as early unlocks if you want to be a Humble Monthly subscriber. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. So what do you think of this bundle?
Shit. Oh, it's good. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Thanks for watching.